Hello everyone and welcome back to another video here at tablemon. Thanks so much for tuning in. So yesterday there was an online tournament. I'm not exactly sure when you are looking at this, so I'm not exactly sure when yesterday it is. But on Monday, July 19th, there was an online tournament and the player Juan Flores played with this MEWTWO LUNATONE SOLROCK deck, which I thought was pretty interesting. Now, this is sort of like I'm not going to say an obvious combo. Attaching extra psychic energies each turn, allowing you to use MEWTWO VSTAR's side purge attack where you discard psychic energies. Like there's a lot of synergy right there, of course. So you can do the maximum damage each turn without having to rely on a VMAX to power up, such as Shadow Rider Calyrex. However, you do rely solely on supporters and the single Crobat in order to try and power up. And you also need, I don't know, like you need a lot to get going. You do have Lunatone as an alternate attacker for the early game, which is pretty cool. But, and you do have the thinner MEWTWO VSTAR line, so it's like it's backup perhaps to the Lunatone, but it feels like you're not a fully committed MEWTWO VSTAR deck, you're not a fully committed Lunatone deck, but this deck did get top 16 at the 300 player tournament, so that's pretty cool to see. We do have Choice Belt and 6-7 as well to try and get to that 280 damage threshold, which is the limit right now for HPs on V-Stars. And with Choice Belt and the 6-second drop, you can actually 1KO an Arceus V-Star that has a big charm attached as well, so that's pretty big. And with Radiant Greninja, Crobat, and the 4 Research, 4 Marnie, and 2 Avery, that might just be enough, along with the Trekking Shoes, to get you past the threshold and make sure you're consistent. The biggest issue with this deck is probably a late game Roxanne, and if you can recover from that, but hopefully you can. And we do also have Energy Switch in case you need that extra energy attachment passed onto the MEWTWO V-Star to get that last knockout or to get that crucial knockout. You do have some sort of recovery with Ordinary Rod and Training Court as well, so you can get energy attachments from hand, which is very crucial for this deck. No immediate recovery for the Solrock, so if an opponent catches on and they start targeting down the Solrocks, that could lower your damage output, but if they're targeting Solrock, they're not attacking MEWTWO V-Star, and they're also not attacking a possibly already stacked up Lunatone. My other biggest worry with this deck is that the low energy count, usually Lunatone decks are playing anywhere between 11 to 13 energy. 9 feels very on the lower end, but if it's enough, it's enough. Let's jump the ladder to try it out after this quick message from our sponsors. If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. Looking for PTGO codes? Potown Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use tablemon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Alright, so we do get to go first. We have a pretty solid hand as well, and we're getting mulligans from our opponent. So, pretty happy with this, not gonna lie. The only thing really missing is like extra basic energies, which hopefully we can find along the way. Okay, seems like we're up against Turbo Dialga. So it'll be interesting to see if we can beat that. And they have a Duraludon to deal with Miltanks, I'm guessing. Metal Sharpener is also a pretty decent attack. Alright, so I do get an attachment return. And then, okay, so what else can I do here? I could go boss and start targeting down a Dialga next turn with a Crobat. Is that really worth it? I could also just go Ultra Ball in both supporters, Palpat, but I also don't know if the Crobat's there. So I'm going to be a little cautious right here. Can Ultra Ball. The Crobat is there, which is great. And sort of want to establish the other MEWTWO, sort of don't want to. The Crobat would also be a big liability though, potentially. So maybe I should actually try to avoid benching it down, because they could go V-Star on the Crobat and then knock out a MEWTWO V-Star. I would really like to avoid that, at least for now. All right, I'm gonna establish what the Solrock, I guess. Because with the Solrock, it's easier to find Lunatone because I do have the fog crystals, so. And then I'll just pass for now. I'll use a pal pad to put back the supporter. I'll probably end up discarding whatever I top deck and then getting a clean research. One metal energy down. Of the trekking shoes, that's like one of the ideal cards. Triple trekking shoes in hand already. That's pretty sick. They're using the Avery early. That's really good. They might be playing two, but that's all right. Now we see the Mew, or the Scoop of Net into the Mew. And we see a Tool Jammer, which could protect a Dialga from my one-shot with the Choice Belt, but it will not protect them from the 6-second drop. All right, now we see the Dialga, we see the Saucer, we see the Jammer attached, we see an Ultra Ball, presumably for Crobat. Yep, there it is. That's the last card in their hand. And energy, okay. So being efficient-ish with their energies. Question is, can they pull the V-Star attack next turn? And they're in a pretty good spot to be able to do it, actually. Alright, there's a Quick Ball. Way a Boss, that's potentially good. See another Scoop of Net here. More and more and more digging for my opponent. We see a Cross Switcher. So the Cross Switcher is a little different from what we are normally used to. And then we see the Intrepid Sword. All right. Okay, so I do top deck a Quick Ball. Does that change anything here? I could go for the Crobat. Could just old roll for MEWTWO VSTAR. I think that's what I'm gonna do. To establish the MEWTWO VSTAR, put back the boss, and research away. That way, if they pull off their V-Star attack, they're only getting a maximum of 3 prizes instead of 2. I mean, instead of maximum, yeah, maximum of 3 prizes instead of potentially 4. And I whiff the energy. Fantastic. That's really bad. That is actually really, really bad. Well, super, super sad. So much for Lunatone being easier to find, right? It's really ridiculous that you research it to 3 other supporters instead of Quick Ball, Ultra Ball, Fog Crystal, any of the other energies. Even a Stadium would have let me get the KO on the Mew. Alright, so can they find 2 Saucers plus energy plus the V-Star? If they can, now we know they have double Cross Switcher to knock out the MEWTWO V, and then they could possibly knock out the MEWTWO V-Star. They are down 1 boss, so I don't know how many costing effects they do play. 15 cards left in their deck. Pretty scary, not gonna lie. Immediately grabs the card, yep. Might be in for a little bit of trouble. Plays the Saucer, plays the Saucer. Attaches the energy, and we are super dead now. They know they have the double cross switcher, the MEWTWO will now be gone. And that's gonna be it, basically, right? Yep, Star Chronos. I mean, the only chance we now have is if they don't have the Gust to KO the MEWTWO V-Star. That is the only chance that we do have. They are down 1 boss's orders. How many? And 2 cross switchers, so I don't know how many they play. They go for the Avery. Okay, so no boss, but still the possibility of the cross switcher. Last striking shoes immediately discard. Plays a heavy ball. Attaches to station. All right. So seems like we are in the clear-ish for now. It's not looking great though, still. They still have a saucer left, but our Mewtwo survived, so there's still a small chance. Not a great one, but there's still a small chance. One energy too late. Although, does that really matter? Probably not, right? All right, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna just put back the Mewtwo and the Radiant Greninja. And then I almost want to Marnie, but I definitely need to research here. All right. Come on. I need a quick ball and ultra ball to get like a follow-up to this. What the heck? Need a Crobat. I didn't even get the KO. Where's my quick ball, dude? What the heck? This is just so dumb. What the heck, man? How do I research into another 3 supporters and 6 out of 7 unplayable cards? I can't explain how ridiculously unlucky that is. Yeah, that's it. All right, on to the next one. All right. Hopefully get to bench more than 2 Pokemon this time around. We did get to go first. I bet we'll see the Lunatone and they'll be like, okay, Lunatone Solrock, all right. 2-1 to discard that. Okay, I do want to attach to the active. Do I? Kind of like benching the Mew right now. So one big issue is the fact that the Fusion Strike energy stopped the Zigzagoon from letting me knock out the Mew VMAX. All right, I'm gonna commit the energy here. And then I'm gonna bench the Lunatone as well, and then we will pass. All right. Hopefully this research is a little bit more cooperative than the previous ones in the previous game. That would be pretty good. Games like the one before like really frustrate because you can see how like you're so close to winning, yet a lot needs to go wrong for you to not be able to like pull off that win. And that's exactly what happens. You know, everything that could go wrong does end up going wrong, and then your opponent ends up beating you because of that. It's just, it gets to me. It definitely gets to me. Being so close and having like that such a small differential right there. But anyways, that game is done now. We're in a brand new game, and doesn't look like my opponent's anywhere close to donking us. I would definitely prefer, if they're gonna have the Oricorio in the active, I would definitely prefer to knock out with Lunatone than with Mew VMAX. The best thing here for me would be to be able to find Zigzagoon and put 1 damage counter on each Mew before they play down any Fusion Strike energy. That would be the ideal thing to do. Alright, last battle VIP pass. What will that be for? If it's for Genesect, then the Mewtwo is like slightly better protected, because then there's no chance of the Fusion Strike energies getting a one-shot. Now they need to commit to the power tablet and choice belt and everything. Alright, triple wild VIP pass on turn 1. That's pretty good though. They didn't get the super explosive start though still. Alright. No Fusion Strike energy attachment. So this is my chance. Alright. I mean, I almost want to play the Crobat down, discarding both researches and then pulp padding, but I feel like that would be a little greedy. I'm actually gonna grab the. Should grab a Solrock, right? I only have 2. Yeah, I'll grab the Solrock. I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is. All right, I need an energy and the other Solrock. Great. Now, best thing would be to find. Oof. I mean, that Ultra Wall, it does get me the Zigzagoon, but at what cost? If it were a quick pull, it would have been so perfect. So perfect. Okay, I have to knock on the active. If I Ultra Wall away, I guess I could Ultra Wall away energy and this for the Zigzagoon. You can't just go DC, I mean double turbo KO Mewtwo though. So maybe I should establish the Mewtwo to protect it. Alright, so I'm gonna go like this. Grab the MEWTWO VSTAR. I'm honestly not gonna attach the choice belt yet because I want it to be like a sort of surprise. And then we're gonna go Sun Energy to the active, Sun Energy to the active, and that will be a solid knockout on the active as well with Moon Kinesis. Alright, so we take our first prize card. If we can manage to 1 KO Amu VMAX, that's gonna be really good. And we do have a chance. It's just not super likely yet. Alright, there's Meloetta. There's Mew VMAX. We're hoping to see a double turbo energy attachment. That is what we're hoping to see for sure. All right. Immediate boss. So I get to keep the energies in play. So they're committed. And they've played boss. So now the only way they can attack is with the double turbo. That is the only way they can attack right here. That's a very big commitment. I don't think that's the greatest idea. Still no Ultra Walls, which is pretty unlucky for my opponent, I guess. Alright, that'll probably get them the energy. They could also commit to an Ultra Wall and then discard the rest of their hand, basically. Evolve into Mew VMAX. Okay, they commit the double turbo. So I am 1 energy and or... Why are people playing Palpatine and Mew now? I am 1 energy or energy switch plus 6 Zigzagoon from a KO on the Mew VMAX. If my Mewtwo survives, right? Which it's not guaranteed. But only 1 power tablet played so far. And they just go for the cross fusion strike. All right, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. The complete opposite to the previous game. We need energy and Zigzagoon, please. Yes, let's go. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna sacrifice this. Lunatone is very close to knocking out a Genesect, right? So I'm just thinking, do I keep the boss or do I keep the Marnie? I think I want to keep the boss. Because like the boss is potentially win condition. Alright. Pretty cool. Siggy. Attach. And then we might just see a rage quit here. We honestly just might see a rage quit. Alright. I'm just gonna discard from the active. Psypurge 1, 2, and 3. That way, this Lunatone can just win the game next turn off the boss. 310 damage in a single turn to one-shot Mew VMAX. Very nice. Now I have access to Crobats in case I need other stuff. Now I have energy attachment for turn, and now I have energy attachment for turn yet again. I also have an extra our extra Solrock as well. So if my hand doesn't change, game over on boss KO Genesect. Right. We're gonna see an Ultra Ball. There's the Mew VMAX. There's another double turbo. Like they might see the Lunatone as not a big threat, but we are holding the boss and we can get a lot of energy. So let me do the maths now, right? Right now I'm doing 150, so I need 2 energy attachments to make it 210. And that should be the game. Or going after the Mew, it's 10 less HP. So now I just need 1 Solrock, I believe. Place down the power tablet. But like even if, right? Imagine a scenario. Ooh, they do have the Roxanne. What? That is crazy. Okay. That is actually crazy. Palpad, Pumpkaboo, both Rotom Phone and trekking shoes, and Roxanne. Mind equals blown. Okay. All right. Fair. Avery will force 1 Genesect discard. That's not super impactful. I feel like Marnie might be a little bit more impactful. All right. pretty good though. Pretty good. Okay, so we're just gonna power up the Lunatone. I'm holding game once again in hand, I'm pretty sure, thanks to the 2 scoop up nets. I could also distract my opponent by baiting the Crobat, but I feel like if I get Roxanne again, because like now it's expect the unexpected. If I get Roxanne again, the Crobat isn't out to finding a boss potentially at some point. So now with triple scoop up net, I'll be able to use 5 Solrock abilities. And then I just go boss Genesect KO. So we should be good here. Should be good. What a difference from the previous game where I couldn't do the very basic thing and now all of a sudden the deck played out perfectly. Also, like my opponent didn't have the best start for sure. Is that the 4th double turbo? No, that's the 3rd one. Do they not play? No, they have to play Alyssa, right? They play Melora. They have to play Alyssa. We just haven't seen it yet. They absolutely need to be playing Alyssa Sparkle here. Right. So the best thing they could do is bench 2 Mews and then attack, tank a hit, and then send that back. That's just not a very good idea because now I have an even easier boss target. So like, is drawing that extra card really worth it? I don't think it is. Yeah, versus letting me have the very, very easy KO. I was not expecting that Roxanne though. That was funny. But not funny in a haha way. It was funny in a this is strange way. All right. So they're doing a lot of stuff, but just waiting for the turn to pass and for us to be able to just take the knockout here. Will they Roxanne again? No. Finally, we see the Alessa Sparkle. They have 9 cards left in their hand for a single energy, so they're probably holding at least 2 of them. I really don't know. I just want them to finish their turn. It's been like the longest turn. The longest turn. Okay, so they eliminate the Meloetta. And like, what? Never mind. Why are they playing Collapse Stadium? What is going on? This is the absolute craziest movie max list I've seen. All right. So we're gonna go Sun Energy number 1. Sun Energy number 2. So I'm at 150 damage. This is 180, right? If I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that is correct. So unless my math fails me here, which I was hoping it wouldn't, but I did want to overplay cards to be extra safe because I hate it when people do that. So I trusted my math, which is fine, right? 6 times 3, 18, all good. So yeah, when the deck works, it's very nice, right? One-shotting a movie max is very, very satisfying. That's the word I'm looking for, satisfying. But when you don't, and you get something like the first game, then people like me get a little frustrated, right? But at least we got to fully showcase the deck as intended. But anyway, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.